Welcome back, world, to the Verbal Intercourse podcast today. Got your host, Nick Walker, here with you today in the building. Shout out to all the listeners. Shout out to all the followers. Shout out to everybody that's been sharing the podcast, that's been liking the posts, that's been following us on Instagram. Keep following us and send followers our way. We trying to reach 1,000 before the year end. So today, got a special segment, got a special guest in the building. Shout out to the hometown hero, Dolla Black.
Yes, sir. What's happening, bro? Appreciate you for having me.
Hey, it's good to see you. It's good to see you, dog. It's good to see you. My dog. He done moved to Atlanta.
Yeah, man. Man. Working.
Hey, I feel you. Hey, but you still Mississippi to the death. So
to the death of me. For real.
So, dog, we gonna get right into it, man. I've been seeing you. You've been on Instagram putting in a lot of work.
Yeah.
And you've been in the studio. What you got going on out there in Atlanta?
Man, really just networking, bro. Trying to get the same vice grips and resources that I got here in Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? There. Had a meeting with my team before I left and just told them, like, my intention is to go out there and build a bridge. You know what I'm saying? Oftentimes, I think when we do leave the crib, in which some people leave, some people decide to stay, everybody go out and they feel like they got to go from the ground up. You know what I'm saying? In which that ain't true if you got people there that you know is willing to be a resource and willing to help guide you through the journey and through the city. You know what I'm saying? So I'm there really just trying to find out what's there, what can be used, how we can use them, you know what I'm saying, what they got going on. See how I can insert myself and be an asset, you know what I'm saying, and become a bigger asset to what we got going on here, you know what I'm saying? That's it.
Yeah, I definitely feel that. Sometimes you gotta move off to help back home.
Yeah.
And that's lit, dog.
Yeah.
We all proud of you, and
Appreciate
I already know you putting in hella work, and you gonna succeed in whatever you do, dog.
Indeed.
So, dog, we gonna get into the topic for the day, and this is a special segment because this is the first segment where we gonna kind of illuminate a track off of Dolla Black's 2020 album. In relation to what's going on today with the death of George Floyd and the trial of Derek Chauvin, the policeman that choked him out on camera, and it set the world on fire.
Yeah.
And we all had feelings, especially being black, and I feel like the whole world for the first time felt a little bit of what black people actually go through on a day-to-day basis.
Facts.
So we gonna get right into it. On Dolla Black's critically acclaimed album, 2020 dropped in January 2021.
Yep.
January 2021.
Yes, sir.
And if you haven't heard it, you need to hear it. You need to stream it. You need to save it to your phone. Cause I'm gonna tell you, from track 1 to 15, it's bars after bars after bars.
Yeah.
It's an amazing album. And he talking about everything, range of topics from getting money to being ambitious,
Yeah.
to being free.
Yeah.
And it's an amazing project, and I'm really proud of him. And he brought the spitters out.
Yeah.
He brought everybody out. They got the bar. Shout out to Dre Dice in the building.
Yeah.
Dice, right?
Yeah.
Dre Dice in the building. Okay, shout out to Dre Dice. And he on the album too, so check that out. But the track that I'm gonna illuminate today and we're gonna talk about today is Free. And it's free with a question mark.
With a question mark.
With a question mark. So first I'm gonna ask Dolla, how did you feel when you actually wrote that track? How did that track come about?
Ironically, that we still dealing with the trial, to this day, but I wrote that. That was actually after I moved. That was the first record that I recorded, and it was shortly after they killed George Floyd. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So that was actually me venting from a place of disheartenment. You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like a place of concern, a place of not really knowing why we've been dealing with this for so many years. You know what I'm saying? Like, we consistently have to put up RIP statuses and hashtags and this, that, and the fourth in the same situation. Police killing black people. You know what I'm saying? So I brought that to vent and really just pose my question, because anybody that follow me on social media, I'm not active when
Right.
it comes to speaking about social things, and that's for a reason. Like, I like to be knowledgeable when I speak, you know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of different things and a lot of different angles when people try to be, I feel it's a certain way when people try to be lawyers or people try to be private investigators and this, that, and the fourth, because to me, when you got a video, it ain't even that deep. You seeing exactly what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't no way around it. Right is right, wrong is wrong. You know what I'm saying? So I wrote that from a vein of just wanting to have a voice towards the situation without getting out of my lane. Like, I'm not in no way a political figure. I'm not in no way, you know what I'm saying, a representative of black people of the world. You feel me? Like, I can't speak for everybody, but I can do what I do, which is make music and have a voice towards the situation.
That's real.
Yeah.
That's real.
Yeah.
Have you been able to catch any segments of the trial right now?
Nah, but to be honest, I don't watch.
You don't watch TV?
Nah.
Mm-hmm.
I can't. Like, if I do watch TV, it's gonna be something that I can control.
Real.
You know what I'm saying? Like Netflix, Hulu. If something going on, I don't like it, I could turn it off, go on about my day. And you know what I'm saying? Like, you could do that with the news, you could do that with regular TV too, but man,
That's real life.
That's real life. and,
Right.
And your feelings are immediately engulfed in what it is that we do. You know what I'm saying? Which is one of the biggest. I feel like I'm an old head in a sense. Like,
We can say like we.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I feel like I'm an old head
Yeah.
because I'm like, bro, in the 90s and the 2000s, bro, like, this stuff was going on, but we wasn't forced to have feelings about it every single day, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, I feel like that's traumatic. You know what I'm saying? Like, on a deeper level, like, we're forced to deal with stuff that we don't, uncertainties. We're forced to deal with fear and being scared of something that may never come. And I feel like that limits our lives in a sense, because you're not going to do certain things if you're worried about this or you're worried about that. You know what I'm saying? And to me, I feel like I already know what the outcome gonna be because they done showed it to us before.
Real.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we done seen this a million times over. We saw Zimmerman.
Yeah.
We saw, like, we keep seeing people, you know what I'm saying, and police officers either get sent home with no pay and then what? You don't hear nothing else about them.
Yeah,
because,
they be back on the force.
you know what I'm saying? That we already know where they at, man. So it's just, I hate reruns, first and foremost, unless it's a great movie. I hate reruns unless it's great. And this is not a great nothing. This is not a great piece of life to deal with. So I have my feelings about it, and then I let them do what they're going to do because they're going to protect theirs. We already know what they're going to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think he probably getting the shorter end of the stick than most, because we as a people stood up and they probably felt some pressure and felt like, well, if we don't do something about this one, it could get ugly.
And I
you
think
know what I'm saying?
and I think that's what's gonna happen with him in this particular situation, because I feel like this was broadcasted more than any death. This was broadcasted on like the same scale, I would say, as Emmett Till, but broader.
Facts.
Because, you know, the world probably knows nothing about Emmett Till. Emmett Till is an American history figure.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The world like paused for George Zimmerman.
Exactly.
It was like nothing I ever seen, and you know, we can just attribute that to social media and the internet.
Facts.
You know.
Facts. But even let me tell you about how media work too, though, because like I said, I was in Atlanta when that happened, and during that time, I tapped into the news because I was like, okay, this is okay. They have to do something, right?
Right.
So I was watching, I think it was CNN, and CNN was covering the riots that was going on in Atlanta. And we had just got to Atlanta, so we cruising. We ain't even, like, it's out of our mind that it's supposed to be riots and stuff going on down here. And we got there, and it wasn't, like, it was a section of Atlanta. Like, it wasn't even, like, widespread, the full downtown, like, people cutting up, it's mayhem, blah, blah, blah. But it was this.
Yeah.
And the police had the block blocked off, and they was rioting in this one area.
Yeah.
but the media was like,
it's wise.
downtown is on fire. And I'm
Yeah.
like, bro, what? Like, how are they? And that further drove me to be like, see, this is why I don't watch the news, bro. Like, because it's no way, shape, form, or fashion that we can control the narrative that they give us. They give us that.
Real.
You know what I'm saying? Like they give us that. You know what I'm saying? They and I know this because may he rest in peace, Eric Stringfellow. Taught at Tougaloo College. And I took him for my journalism class, like, because I graduated in radio and television broadcasting, but one of the classes that he made us take was journalism to pass. And he asked for like a story this one time, and I went and I found something positive because I like to be a light person. I was like, they just restored whatever it was. And he was like, that's not news. I was like, what you mean that ain't news, bro? That's news. That's positive. Like, people need to know. He was like, no, people don't care about that. You need to talk about that. If you're gonna talk about that, talk about the mold. Talk about.
Yeah.
I was like, don't nobody want to hear about that though, bro. He was like, but that's news.
That's
like
news.
They're going to have to. You have to do something that people are going to care about. I was like, people care about stuff getting better, bro. Yep. And we sat there and we argued about it because I couldn't understand that this is what media
That's
is.
the reality.
You know what I'm saying? Like this, if you want a job in journalism, this is where you have to go. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know.
Yeah, I definitely feel you, dog. Like I haven't purposely watched the case or the trial, but it's like, you know, I work home health physical therapist, so I be in and out of patients' house, and that's what they watch.
Exactly. So you ain't got no choice.
I ain't got no
but
choice
to sit there and hear it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And it's interesting because the one part that I saw that I was able to really, really digest was it was a kid that was a store clerk writing that for the store that George Floyd was right in front of. And he talked about how he had to quit his job after that because he didn't feel safe at the job. He had to talk about the anxiety and the depression that he dealt with after the murder. And when I listened to your song Free, you know, you talked about the anxiety that you had that not only you but all black people have to deal with when they get pulled over by the police. And that person that walks up to our window with the flashlight flashing, they aren't looking at us as we human.
Nah, bro.
So talk a little bit about that anxiety, because I know, you know, we all been through it.
Yeah, like it's heightened now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I was the kid. You was at Merle. I was the kid that was speeding and would do craziness, and I wrecked my whip out the back of Merle. You know what I'm saying? Like I was that guy. Like I'm speeding on, but we got to go. I'm racing on State Street, boom, boom. Not once thinking about the fact that I could get pulled over and die. You feel me? Like that wasn't my train of thought. At worst, I get a ticket or probably get put in holding for reckless endangerment or something like that. And that's cool. That's a slap on the wrist. But like it's a reality now, and it's broadcasted and it's engraved in our head. And I feel like, for lack of better words, it's done like that for us to know that the police can't be fucked with.
Right.
For lack of better words, like I feel like at the end of the day, if we gonna have to deal with somebody or we get took out of here by somebody, if it ain't one of our people, because they always broadcasting the fact that the hoods is where the gangs infested in drug dealing and this, that, and the fourth. So if it ain't by one of our people, it's gonna be by the police. So the anxiety now, because once upon a time I thought all I had to do was keep my license straight and my insurance straight, and I could get out of whatever. Right.
Yeah,
boom.
Keep them headlights and
headlight, bro. I'm good. I'm not worried about nothing. I'm finna go where I'm going and come back to the crib. It's different now, bro.
Real.
It's different. Like I'm on edge, going. You know how Walmart's had a police car sitting outside. If you at a certain Walmart at a certain time of night, the police gonna be sitting in front of the door. I'm on edge walking into Walmart. Like, cause what happened if you done had a bad day? and I just look like somebody who you can get a rise out of.
Right.
In which now I'm at a place mentally where you're not gonna get a rise out of me, but that's probably gonna piss you off more.
Real.
You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like the one thing they hate more than feeling like they can't control us is actually seeing that they can't control us.
Right. You not coming out your body.
I'm not, bro. I listen. Whatever you said, I didn't do it. And I'm gonna stand on that, but I'm not gonna give you nothing, bro. We gonna sit here, we gonna talk like adults, and I'm gonna go home and you gonna go home, and that's gonna be it. Or you gonna take me to jail or whatever the case may be. But then it's like, dang, even how you see my mind just said the worst possibility is jail.
Real.
It ain't even that no more. We saw that with Sandra.
Right. Yeah.
You feel me? Like, so it's like we got every, but that's what it is for me. I don't fear him because I fear no man. But it's different when you walk in this earth with a bigger purpose than you yourself. I got a son now.
Right.
If I take a L,
he take a L.
He taking the biggest L of all because now he don't have an example of what a man should be day in and day out. You know what I'm saying? So it's deep, bro. Like I think about, I got pulled over one time with him in a car. And fortunately, this particular officer was cool. He was just pulling me over because I let him ride in the front seat, and he saw that he was in the front seat.
Yeah.
He was like, he don't look like he big enough to be in the front seat. I was like, he's 7. My son say, no, I ain't, I'm 5. I'm like, bro, come on, bro. come on, bro. Like, what you? I just look at him because I can't say, bro, what you doing right now? I just look at him. I'm 5, Daddy. I'm 5. He just kept saying that. I'm like, hey, bro. I look back at the police out, he just started laughing. He like, hey, bro, put him in the back, bro, and go home. I was like, appreciate that, bro. Appreciate it. He was black, you know what I'm saying? He was like, all right, bro, appreciate it. But even in that instance, bro, I'm nervous because not only was he a police officer, but nigga, I'm in Rankin County. I was in Flowood.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm like, oh, God, bro.
Yeah.
And I seen him when he pulled out, and I was like, I hope he ain't coming to get me. He pulled up beside me. I was like, oh, all right, I'm straight, but I'm finna turn off right here. And when I turned, he hit them lights, whipped around. I said, here we go, bro.
And I like, I like how in the song you described it as your heart rate increased.
Yeah,
Cause I definitely, dog, when them police get behind me, even if I'm driving I live in Brandon right now, even when I'm driving to Brandon, dog, and I see like, this policeman got somebody pulled over here on 3 miles down the road. Another one got one over here. Another one waiting on you. My heart racing like tachycardic the whole time. I'm on the highway.
I'm cruise control shouted. What's the speed limit? I'm doing 3 over. Yeah. Let's go. And we gonna get there when we get there. Yeah. I'm gonna be in the far right lane. I'm the slow lane. And you better go around me. I ain't going nowhere. And that's just, I don't even think at this point, I don't even look at it as fear. I look at it as a precaution. Like, what you gonna get me for? What? I'm doing the speed limit. All my lights good. Like we said, we already cleared that. Mm-hmm. What you gonna get me for, fool? Nothing. All right, go on about your business, bro. Like, leave me alone. But if they hit the corner and I see them in the rearview mirror, I'm like, ooh, let me put that bit down under 3. So that way it is, bro. And it should. Point is, it shouldn't be that way, bro.
Right.
Once upon a time, I looked at the police officers and the police force as advocates of the people.
Right.
Like, if something going wrong, I'm calling you. You got to hold me up. I don't think that, man, I call my partners if I'm in trouble.
And on the song, on Free, you kinda touch base on all that. Because it, to me, you correct me if I'm wrong, you basically saying you define what's free to you, and then you also are telling the police what would be free to them when
Right.
And I thought that was like it was really simple but also very complex. It was very layered, and I think as an artist listening to your music, you done found that happy medium of simplicity but complex.
Yeah, like I'm not a if you listen to my music, I'm not metaphor happy. Like I don't think every bar has to be a metaphor. I just think it has to be impactful or like have some type of content or context that can guide you towards whatever your point and purpose may be. And that record, like Free, to me, I feel like police officers, because I consider myself a spiritual being. You would truly be free if you told the truth and you just did your job, bro. Like you ain't even free. Like think of the police officer I just told y'all about. Like he can be considered a good cop because of that instance, but you around the bull.
Right.
You know what's going on, bro.
Right.
You know what's going on.
That's your
you know
team.
what I'm saying?
That's
like
your teammate. Yeah.
Exactly. That's your teammate, bro.
That's
You
your
wearing the
teammate.
same jersey as him, bro. You know what's going on. What we doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, so freedom to me, man, is being able to live. I'm a very conscious person of what's going on around me, and anything that gives me anxiousness or like pulls a different energy out of me, I don't like it, bro. Like I don't like being around it. And every time I see a police officer, like now, I try to speak just to get it off me. Like if I see him, how you doing, officer? You good? Yeah, bro. I bet. And if they don't speak, then I feel offended a little bit. But I know what that is already.
Right.
I'm not surprised.
Right.
I know what you are. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't help but peg you that way. If a simple human interaction, well, I'm from Mississippi, bro. If we walk in the room, we speaking.
Right.
A simple interaction, you can't even be a human being. You can't be a person. You're not free, bro. You bound.
And that was deep because I listened to the track like I feel like, you know, listening to your album, that track stood out to me the most because how relevant it was at the time, and I like that. I like that tone of that track, like how the sample kick in. Who sample is that?
AV Evo, don't make me laugh, boy. I had to call him.
Yeah.
But I know it's a very memorable sample.
Yeah, it is, and I'm mad I don't know it out the top.
Is it Anita?
Yeah, it is Anita.
Okay.
Cause I was saying, I was like, I think that's Anita Baker, but I don't want to just flat out just say, oh, that's Anita. It's our Rapture album though. It's definitely our Rapture album.
V, check me on that if that ain't Anita, and I'm going to text him so that way we can know what record that is. But I think that is Anita, and when you hear that sample, you like, ooh, I know, this finna be a vibe, and then it go left because I'm talking about what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't make this shit up, bro. We can't make this up.
Yeah, facts.
We can't make this up. We live it every day, and it's horrible.
So let's talk about, you know, some of these bars on this track, cause I feel like I said it was simple but very complex, cause it was plays on words, it was double entendres. Like at one point you said deceased, and I thought that was real clever, cause I thought that was like perfect, dog. Like you know me, verbal intercourse, soliloquy.
Exactly.
Hey, I rock with the bars. I rock with the bars, dog. I rock with the bars. So if you spitting that shit, come out to us. But off top, like I'm gonna just read a few off my phone because I wanted to type them out so I ain't forget them.
Bet that work.
So I think this in the first verse, you say, you hate that I'm God, scared to look in my eyes. And I thought that was dope because, you know, you scared that I'm God, you scared to look in my eyes, kind of like Moses scared to look at the burning bush.
Exactly.
And you know, when I be listening to music, dog, and I hear, you know, the double entendres and stuff like that sometimes go over people's head, like I get really excited. So I had to tell. So I told my girl, she was like, oh, I ain't catch that. I'm like, yeah, nigga.
It's simple to you. It's regular to you.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I grew up listening to Nas.
Exactly.
You know, that's my guy. So Jay-Z. So
Exactly. That particular, man, like, think about it though, like everything that we have, when we start digging into our history,
right,
it tells us that we were more than what we are.
Real.
Right? So the only reason that they look at us as a problem is because they know.
They know that.
And if we know,
I was
they
finna
in
say,
fucking trouble.
I was finna say the issue is we don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know.
We don't. And so if you don't know, again, this go back to me saying somebody interacting with you and trying to get a charge at you.
Real.
You know what I'm saying? Bro, any ignorant body can respond negatively, instantly, to any kind of pressure.
Real.
Any ignorant body. But if you know, and you have that control and you show that constraint, that's godlike qualities. Because in no way, shape, form, or fashion can any type of pressure pull you out of who you are, because you know who you are, right?
That's real.
But that's fear.
That's fear.
So if I put a pinch on you and you don't respond, oh, this nigga think he better than me.
Real.
He think he higher than me. I'm finna show him.
Real.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
See, that was and that's what pissed, people off so bad when we was doing sit-ins, when we was doing, peaceful protests and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, they pull up, they throwing the salt on your head at the diner, and stuff like that. That's what pissed them off, and we got laws created after that. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Bills was passed, so yeah, definitely. If you can't make me come up outside my body, that is a godlike quality.
That's a godlike quality, bro. Because I know a lot of people who get lost and have their whole lives thrown away because they reacted in a way that they were coerced to.
Could have been avoided.
It could have been avoided, bro. Just because he gave you a reason don't mean you had to give in.
Real.
They give us reasons every day, bro.
Real.
Every day. My AT&T job, I quit my AT&T job because a white lady threw her bill in my face and told me that I had to fix it. Listen, bro. One, I'm finna go talk to my manager and see what she do about it. She just kind of, she went and spoke to they took it over. But I was like, bro, what make you feel like you could do a person like that, bro? Like, us outside of this material shit, you can't handle people like that, bro. Like, because if I would have responded, that's superior bodily harm because you're a female. I'm not gonna do it because you're a female, but that's superior bodily harm. Like, I'm a monster compared to the stature of that lady. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like, it's because they think we were trained that we were less than, and they were trained that they're better. Once we flipped it, not even that we're better, but I'm better than you telling me I'm less than you.
Right.
I'm better than that standard. That ain't the quality of living I came here for, bro. And I'm not gonna settle for it just because you want me to and you feel comfortable if I stay down there.
Yeah,
You know?
I feel you, dog.
Yeah.
So another lyric I wanted to point out, I thought it was dope too. And you kind of touched on it just then. You said no longer is it black and white. You beat us black and blue.
Black and blue. Bro.
And the black and blue is the colors of the police, and as
exactly.
well as you literally beating us black and blue. Yeah, and I feel like that's a line that could have really went over people's head if you ain't no listener or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's already self-explanatory off top, cause I mean that's what's been going on. Except they ain't even just beating us; they actually executing us on camera.
Executing us, bro. We got visual recordings and records of us dying.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, another meaning that I was saying was we not even focused on the fact at that particular time we wasn't focused on the fact that we have to beat white supremacy. Period.
Real.
It turned completely from that to nah, bro. We gotta beat these. We gotta figure this out. It's the cops.
Real.
It's the cops that we gotta beat. You know what I'm saying? Same thing they tried to pull with what just happened in Atlanta with the Asians.
Yeah.
Stop Asian hate. No, the root of it is still white supremacy.
Right, real. And I feel like in this song, you weren't just speaking to the police, you were speaking to the whole structure of systematic racism.
Fact.
And that's what I appreciated the most about it, because like even when you was talking about, staring, walking up, looking through the window and not seeing me as human, I often think about a time when I was a child when the first time I felt a little bit of racism was me and my mother. We went to the mall. It's late at night. It's late for the mall, so about 7:30. So we pull up, and this white lady automatically locks her doors. And my mama automatically gets pissed off, cause my mama, hey, if you ever watch this, you pro-black, she pro-black as a motherfucker, so she automatically got turned.
Yeah.
So, and mind you, my mother's been a federal mediator for the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, so her job is literally based on civil rights. Her job is based on the Civil Rights Act of 1964. So, anytime you ever fill out paperwork for a job and you see EEOC, that was my mama.
Okay. She
so
beat.
so that's what I literally thought about. If you just walk into your car and your car beside a white lady car or a white man car, and and you just walk into your car and they hop in their shit, lock the door,
clutching the purse, all of that, bro. Like it's real for us, bro. I don't know, bro.
For sure. So, this gonna take me to my last question, and we gonna wrap this up.
Okay.
Verbal intercourse as a whole is a space for black millennials to come and have a safe space to communicate everything. We talk about, relationships, music, current news, whatever going on. So, currently, we've been going through this police brutality as well as this case or whatever. And so I wanted to ask you how important, because I feel like you writing this song was therapeutic for you.
Facts.
And I find podcasting therapeutic for me. So how important is it for millennials like me and you to have that safe space, or have a group of people that, we could chop it up about stuff like this, so where we can express ourselves and feel like we're in a safe space? Because you didn't want to hold that in, so you wrote it.
Yeah.
I don't want to hold some of the shit I think about in, so I podcast about it.
Yeah.
So talk to me a little bit about how important that is.
It's very important for me, man, because art has become like a language for me. Music has become a language for me. Like I can say a lot in music uninterrupted, with no opinions, no thoughts of anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got more music just on my desktop for me than I have out. You know what I'm saying? Just because in this particular moment, at this particular time, this is what I was feeling, and I just needed to get it out. You know what I'm saying? I think it's very important that we have outlets, not only outlets, but networks of people that we can talk to outside of social media. Like, social media is cool, don't get me wrong. I get its point. I get what it's built for. But
it's not a safe space.
It's not a safe space. Yeah. And some of the stuff that we end up posting about or talking about, bruh, it's not for everybody to comment on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not for everybody to have a say about what it is that we going through or what it is that we feel. So I think it's very important, man. Like, I probably would be a different person if I didn't have like a network of people that I can talk to and call and just be 100% transparent. You know what I'm saying? Or if I can't go plug up my mic, open up Pro Tools, and just write whatever it is that I'm feeling and put it to a beat, and then just put it on my phone. You know what I'm saying? And be like, dang, that's cold. All right, delete. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, the greatest thing I think ever invented is the notepad and iPads and iPhones, because you could type it out, boom, boom, and then read it and be like, all right, now, do I want to put this anywhere? Do I need anybody's opinion on this? No. All right, bet. Delete. I got it out. I'm good. And go on about your day. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's dope, especially what you're doing with the podcasting, you know what I'm saying? Because not only do you open up that vulnerability for yourself, but you open it up for people like me who don't, like, and I wouldn't have this conversation outside of this platform. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because It's not for everybody, bro. I can't talk about this with everybody because if you ask the right question or the wrong question, depends on your perspective, it's probably gonna piss me off.
Yeah.
You know, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then I have to walk a tightrope because you gonna have the cameras on, you gonna have the podcast rolling.
Yeah.
Do I really want to spaz and be looked at like I don't want this to be my viral moment, bro? You know what I'm saying? So it's very important, bro, and it's a great thing to have, bro.
Hey,
a great thing
for sure. Hey,
yep.
and I'm grateful, that God blessed me to even have the ability to even, put stuff like this together. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So, we're gonna end on that note. I really thank Dolla Black for being a guest on the Verbal Intercourse today. Shout out to BDE.
Yeah.
And shout out to Mississippi, man. Hey, we building a legitimate platform. All the artists pushing forward, all the curators, all the DJs, all the new business owners, everybody pushing forward, and I'm just appreciative to be in the crowd, So on that note, we out. Peace.